Bitachon. The Chavod Levavot tells us that when we rely on Hashem, we have to remember you cannot hire two people to do the same job. So that means you always need to have one CEO, one executive, one leader, one person who leads the way. So if we rely on Hashem and at the same time we rely on ourselves, problem is we're doing Hashem's job. We're not supposed to do Hashem's job, and we will lose the power to connect to Hashem's bracha. So we are really King Hashem, make Hashem the king, and let Him be the leader, let Him be in charge. As the Svat Emet famously said, there's a halakha in the Torah, mitzvah not to sit, right? There's a kibbud abayim, not to have to fear your father and mother, right? And not fearing your father means don't sit in his chair, the Gemara teaches us, right? So therefore, so to Hashem. Hashem is our Father in heaven. We cannot sit in His chair. We cannot think that we are the ones who control our life, or we're the ones who know the outcomes. We have to do our efforts, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one who leads the way. So therefore, if a person, there's a mashal, a person who calls his brother and asks his brother to take him to the airport, and the brother knows that this man is relying on him. So even if the phone goes dead before the brother confirms, the man knows his brother will still come, even though he said yesterday, come pick me up, and he didn't call him that morning and talk to him to make sure he's coming. He knows it's my brother. Of course he's going to drop everything and come for me. Why do I have to be nervous? So therefore, same thing on Hashem. When we rely on Hashem, we shouldn't be nervous. We should be fully committed and realize that we cannot do the job of Hashem. Rather, let Hashem do His job. So for example, same thing in halakha related to how much money a person must give a collector who's going door to door. So if someone comes to the door collecting for a wedding, we only require to give him a small amount. But if because he's going to many houses, because he's not relying only on us. But if he's only coming and relying on you, so then you have to give more. You have to try to give him to pay for this whole amount that he needs. But if a person's going to go to many, so you could go and split it amongst the community. So therefore, there's a story about a desperate man who went many miles to meet the famous philanthropist, a very, very good Jewish man who gave a lot of tzedakah. So he constantly banged on the door, and when it opened, he collapsed. After the guy woke up, after he fainted, he begged the rich man to help him. He says, "Listen, I only have you to rely on." And the guy gave the rich man gave him a big tzedakah donation. So then another man heard about this guy, how he got a big donation. He also came, and he asked for help. And he said, you're the 10th guy I came to. Hopefully that's it. I'm finished with you. So he said to him, and he gave him a little bit. He says, why did you give me so little? The other guy, you gave him everything. He said, the other guy said, I'm only relying on you. So you see, you have other people relying on, so I'll give you a little bit. But if you say to Hashem, I'm only relying on you. Hashem says, now I have to give you everything. But if you rely on many, many people, so then, or rely on yourself also, you say, Hashem, I have emunah. But deep down inside of yourself, you worry yourself. Over there is also not considered giving or full reliance on Hashem. So therefore we have to have total reliance. As the Shulchan Aruch says halakha regarding someone who went to a doctor for bloodletting, right? Over there you have to say Yiratzon Fnei Hashem Elokai she'esek zi lerefua ki rufeh hinam ata lachar she'ekiz yomar baruch rofeh cholim. May it be will Hashem that this activity I should do bring me healing, because you are the doctor who doesn't change. And afterwards you say, blessed he who heals the sick. So you see that a person today, even when he goes to a doctor, does he rely on the doctor or does he rely on Hashem? And a person there's a prayer you say when you go to get bloodletting, that Hashem, you are the doctor, this guy's just a messenger, you are the source. And the person shouldn't think, my health is dependent on the doctor. No, my health is on Hashem, I totally rely on Hashem, not on many people. Don't let people take away Hashem's job. Not 50% Hashem, 50% the doctor, rather 100% Hashem. So therefore, whenever you're going to a banker, a lawyer, a doctor, a boss, anybody that you need help from, you should know they are just messenger from Hashem, and I totally rely on who? On Hashem.